That's not from this job. Good to
Arden
know.
doesn't even have shoes on.
Hell no, I'm comfortable, man. I'm petting my dog with my foot and everything. And all right, welcome everyone back to the Aesthetic Agenda, Rediscover Aesthetics Unplugged. And this one is going to be very unplugged. We're just going to talk about ourselves a little bit. And I understand that a lot of you guys don't know who we are. And a lot of you, especially with Amber being so new, I feel bad, Amber, because we never really had a party. I wanted to like announce you to the world and have
There's a lot going on.
a big old thing.
Like a birthing party here.
Right. And we never got to do that. So we're going to use this as a portion of get to know us. And go from there. So I'll start. I'm Arden. Nice to meet everyone. I am a physician assistant and athletic trainer of 15 years. I'll be 40 next week. And I'm married to this lovely lady here. We got 3 kids. I'm born and raised in New Orleans and snuck away for a little while and then came right back. Who are you, lovely lady?
I'm Katherine. I'm a registered nurse. And yes, Arden is my husband, so pray for me.
Lucky girl, you.
We're very opposite, which works for us. At times it can be frustrating, but 90% of the time it works. Mainly because you love doing what I hate and vice versa.
And
Fact.
she loves doing what we both hate, and that's computer work. So
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes. So, okay. So top 3 things.
Hold on. You're forgetting about
I'm
Amber.
sorry.
What the heck?
well, you said your 3 things.
Yeah. I feel like you kind of gave a whole biography.
Because I'm good at talking.
And I'm
She gave her
not,
name.
which is one of the 3 things you should know about me.
She's getting so much better though.
She really is. I'm very proud of her. Amber, why don't you introduce yourself to the party here?
Well, Marley would like to introduce her rear end to the party.
Yeah, she got a big butt. Her
Now
vet
that I'm
said so.
stealing Catherine's spotlight. So I'm Amber. I worked as a nurse for probably like 8 years. I did a lot of critical care. Did NICU for 4 years, ER medicine for going on 5, still doing it. So crazy. So I'm working 2 jobs now. Yeah. I'm not ready to let that life go yet.
So you're an adrenaline junkie.
Yes, I really am. And now I'm NP. Been NP for about 2 years now. These lovely people, picked me up, and I couldn't be happier with my decision to work for them, with them.
Best decision we ever made.
We're happy to have you.
I don't know. I feel like their child that just got brought in. Sometimes I have to act as their mediator, but it's okay.
Not as often as you would think for a husband and
sometimes I
wife
just
team.
stay out of it. I'm just like, they'll work it out. They're married,
But then when you leave, she's like, I totally agree with you.
now she's gonna
Well, guess what? When you leave, she tells me the same thing.
No, she doesn't.
not
Maybe
as much
once.
as he probably like me to say.
Right.
You see what I put up with?
She handles my money.
Yeah, she
Just
does.
saying.
Yeah.
She does.
You don't mess with the money, man.
Right.
Remember that.
But I couldn't be happier to be here. I love aesthetics. Ever since my first treatment, I knew this is what I wanted to do, and I just love making people like feel better about themselves, give them that confidence again. Just a very blunt but caring individual. I will tell you just like it is with no filter attached. So I'm type of person you either love or hate. But I'm mostly very loved. I won't say it.
No. It's a polite bluntness,
Yeah, it really is.
which you really need to have in this industry because so many people have unrealistic expectations, or they think one syringe of filler is going to like correct the 5 issues that they have with their face in all these different areas. And it's like, that's not how it works.
Yeah, and I'm not afraid to tell you no either.
Yeah. So, we're very caring in how we say it, but
Yes.
sometimes you do have to be more blunt with some people than you do with others.
100%.
Yeah.
I like to be blunt with people. I probably...
Look at the background I have. It was just like a live or die. Sorry.
That's right. That's right. What, we'll start with Amber and work our way back over here. Amber, what was it? I know you alluded to this a little bit, but what was the deciding factor for you to say, okay, I want my career to be in aesthetics and wellness medicine?
So I've never really liked the whole corporate medicine field, the way it was going, especially after COVID. I really saw how what meant the most in the healthcare. It wasn't the people. It wasn't the care being delivered. It was how much, how fast. And I got burnt out. Like, I really did. As much as I love emergency medicine, I love the adrenaline. I love, that something new every day. I completely got burnt out. I was like, I don't feel like I'm making a difference anymore. I don't feel like I'm in this is not what I got into nursing for. I got into nursing to, care, make things better. And I'm like a robot. My hands are tied. I can't practice medicine the way I want to practice medicine. And honestly, like I said, coming from the ER too, I saw how much overuse the ER gets. People use it for their primary care, their urgent care, and it takes away from the actual emergencies. And I got this overwhelming, I guess, feeling of wanting to like, hey, I can make a difference in people's lives if I went into like, hey, this is how you make yourself better. Like, if you take care of yourself, you don't have to come here. It's not about pushing meds. It's if you ate better or exercise 1 to 2 times a week is better than nothing. You wouldn't be on this blood pressure medicine. You wouldn't be on this. And it's all about like accountability, holding these people accountable for their actions, their health, their, future. I see so many people all day long. They got a med list as long as I can, foresee.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they don't even know what they're taking. They have no clue. They just, the doctor told me. And I'm like, well, is it helping you? No. Well, because you haven't changed anything about your lifestyle. Mm-hmm. So you just feel worse by adding on the meds when you really think they're helping. Everybody thinks there's a medication to fix everything, and there's really not. And it all just starts with that person. And that's where I really liked wellness medicine. I really liked, the hormone aspect. It starts with you. You make yourself feel better. There's no doctor that's going to fix you. There's no miracle. If you take the accountability for yourself, then you really will see a difference in your health, your,
Amen,
longevity
sister.
of life. Everything. Just the way you, and that's just really what I wanted to do. I wanted to make that change and actually feel like I'm making a difference versus, just pushing meds or, having someone hold my hand and tell me what to do or
Amen.
Freedom.
I love it.
Yep.
Katherine, what about you?
So I got into aesthetic medicine because don't laugh at me.
Like, we all know the truth, but we'll keep it a secret.
Similar to what Amber said, corporate medicine is not about the patient anymore. It's not about making them live better and feel better. It's how much money can we make off of them and how fast can we get them out of the hospital. So, Amber, in recent years, have you noticed that rehospitalization rates have just like skyrocketed?
Oh, yeah.
Which in a way I don't understand, because a hospital will get penalized if a patient is readmitted within like 24 hours.
And it's all goes back to patient education. Yeah. Like, no one is educated. I found more and more, like, I strive on patient education. Like, that's just my big thing. You can hand me a piece of paper all day long. I'm not going to read it. That's going to be just like I go to the doctor and I throw it in my side seat, like in my passenger seat. That's the same what they do. They don't know to follow up with this doctor on this date. You can tell them, you can write it on the piece of paper. I cannot tell you how many people come back to the ER and they're like, hey, I thought I was supposed to come here for my follow-up. I'm like, this is the emergency room. Like,
right.
It's just, and
I see a lot of discharges.
They don't take care of themselves.
Yeah. And I see a lot of patients being discharged before they need to. Like, they're not really healthy again
yet. The hospital's full and
and so they go home and then they're right back because they still have fluid on their lungs or whatever the case may be. And it's not a surprise to us on the floor, but for some reason it's a surprise to the insurance.
Oh, insurance, that's a whole nother TED talk for a different day.
But it's like, you're not doing anything,
You got to see it from a very unique perspective working in case management.
Which is another thing. Like, so many things fall through the cracks that shouldn't. And it's because a lot of case managers are overworked. They have too many things to coordinate and take care of, and they can't sit there and make 100+ people's follow-up appointments. Although you should, because that's your job.
And another thing I see too, like, people think they need to be seen tomorrow with their follow-up appointment. Whereas a lot of these consultation, like doctors or specialty doctors, they're not going to get seen for like 3 or 4 months out unless it's an emergency. And they're like, well, I can't wait that long. So they show back up in the ER multiple times
Exactly.
and multiple times and multiple times. And like, it's just an ongoing like failure in the system. And
It's a vicious cycle that never ends.
It is. It's
So,
frustrating.
Now we're here.
Yeah. My story is quite similar to all of you guys. I graduated from PA school in 2010. Let me back up. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life, and I kind of fell upon athletic training as a backup plan because all I wanted to do when I was growing up was race motorcycles. I wanted to be a dirt bike racer, and I grew up in the 90s and the early 2000s when, the freestyle motocross stuff and the X Games, I was all big, and here I am in central southeast Louisiana, as far away from that stuff as possible, but I had this pipe dream that that's what I wanted to do with my life. I wanted to work in extreme sports, and I realized quickly that that wasn't going to happen. So I was like, well, what's a fallback? And I was like, well, medicine sounds like a good fallback plan. So I found
be an extreme sport sometimes.
Well, correct. And so I found athletic training and I got to merge the two, and I had a very good, promising career, except that I was making zero money. Athletic trainers make nothing. I had a very satisfied life. I was very happy as an athletic trainer, but I couldn't move out of my mother's house. So my boss at the time was a physician assistant. I hadn't heard of it before, and I started looking into it. And about a week later, I was like, all right, I'll be a PA. Literally, it was that quick. And the next year I got into a great school. I moved, went to school. I said, okay, well, I'm just going to merge all of these things together and make one big happy life for myself. And I was never able to do that. And because of the reasons that all of y'all mentioned, right? I got out and worked orthopedics for the first 6 or 7 years of my career. And the lifestyle that is orthopedic surgery in today's Western medicine culture is really not sustainable. All of medicine, really. I mean, that's why you're seeing providers burn out left and right. That's why you're seeing nurses having to be recruited from other countries because nobody wants to do the work. It's far too demanding on one's personal capacity, and people they get dumped on a lot, right? So I went from job to job. I think the longest tenured job I had was 2.5 years, maybe 3 years with one company. And I was always looking for something that I would never really get. And I always would blame the job. Oh, there's a problem with this job, or oh, this job, well, they closed, so I had to move somewhere else. Or, but then a couple of years ago, I finally figured it out, and I was like, this is a me problem. I can't give what the medical system wants from me. So I'm either going to have to switch careers, or I'm going to have to create a job for myself. I'm going to have to create a business. And so around the same time, Katherine was like, I want you to start learning how to do Botox injections so I don't have to go and spend the money. We can just do it, you could do it for me. We could do Botox parties or something. And I was a weekend course guy, and I fell in love. And I said, I can merge my artistic and creative side with the science background that I have and really create something beautiful and really impact people and help people. And so I was like, all right, really, now I can start doing what I set forth to do back in 2010 when I got my degree. I can actually help people. And that's how Rediscover Aesthetics was born. I mean, it wasn't only rediscovering for our patients, it was kind of rediscovering for ourselves, rediscovering what medicine can actually look like, right? And so that's why I'm so excited to grow and expand our services to wellness and the functional medicine aspect of things, because there's such a demand for people who don't know the system to want quality medical care, right? They want to be optimized. They want to live the best quality of life that they can at 50, 60, 70 years old. They don't want to rely on a reactive medical system that, just like you said, Amber, puts you on 20 drugs, and half of the drugs are to combat the side effects of the drugs that you're on before. And
I mean, everyone's goal too is to look better, to feel better, to, be more energized. And that's just, if that's what you want, then being on all those medicines aren't going to help you.
no,
I mean,
there's a
as much as
large
you
population of people that don't fall into that category, but they want quality medical care. They want to make sure that they're on the right path for themselves. And I think we're finally in a position to do that for people. And I couldn't be happier with where I'm at. And the sky's the limit. I think we're really gonna help a lot of people with what we're doing, and I love
We
it.
have A lot of good things coming in 2024 that we won't talk about yet, but has to do with more wellness services versus aesthetic. We'll still have aesthetics, but with Arden being more available now, we're going to be adding a lot of great new things that will optimize your health.
The stuff that like we're passionate about, like, you know, like
Yeah.
that's just the reason we got into this, and I really think it's gonna take off fast and it's gonna be good.
All right, rapid fire questions because we're running out of time.
All right, rapid fire questions. Amber, what's your favorite color?
Purple.
Catherine?
Favorite color is blue.
My favorite color is also blue. Amber, if you could live or if you could vacation in one place in the entire world, where would you go?
Oh, Fiji all day long.
Fiji, good one.
Ooh, I think I might have to do like a Greek island or something, like
Ooh, that's a good one
Santorini.
too.
Okay.
That's on the bucket list too.
Yeah.
Australia and New Zealand for me.
Oh no, I don't like spiders and bugs and I was out when they said all that, and that's nope, wildlife out.
Funniest moment in your entire life.
Oh,
That's hard.
Yeah.
Most embarrassing story about yourself.
Oh, there's a lot of those.
Oh,
too.
come on.
Come on, rapid fire, not stories, rapid fire.
Oh, geez.
Top 3 things people need to know about you. Like,
There we go.
Oh, okay. So top 3 things. My dog is my everything. My puppy. Sorry,
Cute
he's
dog.
a golden doodle. Don't have any kids, but I'm best nanny to 2 little boys. They're 6 and 2, and I will say I do love my husband most days. He's great.
Good man.
Yeah, he is.
man.
He puts up with me. So
Catherine?
all right, top 3 things to know about me is 1, I'm an introvert. 2, I despise talking on the phone. Nothing will put me in a bad mood faster than having to answer phones and talk on the phones. I'm a texter, so text me. 3, yeah, very organized. I like things to run efficiently and on time. There was something else I was going to say earlier,
I get 3,
and I forgot what it was.
You overachiever.
I don't know.
Anyways,
I'm not in your head.
Okay.
My top 3 things, I am left-handed. I used to sing and play guitar in a band in college and high school, and I was a cheerleader for the New Orleans Saints for 20 years.
cool.
Those are my 3. I'm an extrovert, if you haven't noticed.
I'm like a mixed breed.
Yeah.
Depends on what it is.
So anything you want to know about us, burning questions. Oh, we have 2 dogs, and you probably will see, if you're watching this on YouTube, you're probably seeing them, lay out. And here's one right
They're
now.
our mascots.
That's Sadie. She's almost 12. She's our OG. And then
Old lady Sadie.
Marley is our schizophrenic Springer Spaniel
She
poodle
fits
mix,
into the ADHD.
who is just a whore for attention, this sweet little dog. That's her. So, okay, if burning questions or comments or anything, I'd love to hear them, and we'd love to chat about them.
Topic suggestions.
Yeah, definitely. I know you guys have questions out there, you 6 people listening. I know that there's a burning desire for you to learn something about the medical field or the aesthetics and wellness space. So please send us some messages, and we'd love to know. Info at Rediscover Aesthetics LA, or you can just leave a comment down below.
Or send us a message on Instagram.
Yeah, we're very heavy Instagram people. So, I mean,
Or just come see us for a consult.
Yeah.
Hey, I love seeing people in the office.
Amber dropping truth bombs. That'd be the best thing. If you're local to the North Shore area
I like to
or
be busy.
Southeast Louisiana, come have a chat with us. We'd love to answer all your questions and tell you what path that we would recommend you to be on.
Good job.
All right, folks. Merry Christmas. This is the Aesthetic Agenda. Signing off. See you later.